I think the NFL might have a Pittsburgh Steelers problem on their hands. And no, I'm not saying that because I personally think that they can win the Super Bowl. I think they have a really scary defense. The offense isn't amazing, but they can do what it takes to win football games. It's going to come down to how good the defense can really be to decide how far they can get in the playoffs. I mean, but there are some good things about the offense. For example, right here, this is a crazy play where you get off coverage versus DK Metcalf. He's going to be just running this quick slant over the middle of the field. They do have a safety. He's playing over here. He's actually almost going to jump this thing. But this is why I like the team. You got DK, you got Jonnu, you got Darnell Washington, Kenny Gainwell is really good. These guys are really tough to take down in space. And take a look at this play as they show pressure off that left side. They're ultimately just going to drop these guys back. But we're going to get this ball out quickly to DK in this off coverage look. Ready? Boom. Ball should be coming out now. It is. The safety almost jumps it. But this is what is scary about this team. After the catch, if you aren't able to wrap this dude up, him, Darnell, Jonnu, they are scary. Boom. Throws Mika off to the side. Makes the second guy completely miss. Great blocking by Calvin Austin, who has nothing to do with this play. Again, you can tell these guys are bought into the system. That is the only thing I care about. Are you bought into the system? Do you want to win these games? And the answer for this team seems like is yes, right? He comes over, he makes a big time block here on Mika, and then DK stiff arms Jordan Brooks off him, gets a touchdown, 30-yard touchdown. I mean, again, they do what they need to do offensively to win these games. It really comes down to what the defense is able to do because these guys are terrifying. We are going to break down a bunch of film from this game. Before we dive in, though, make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps out the channel so much. Also, if you want a part 2 where we look at some all 22 coaches film, comment down below part 2. Subscribe to the channel. And honestly, let's just dive right into some film. Now, defensively, what makes them really tough is their disguising of blitzes and whatnot. For example, on this play, they're showing a little bit of A-gap pressure here with their linebacker, but they're also going to send a blitz off this bottom side with Jalen Ramsey. Now, the reason we're setting it is off this side is because Tua is a lefty, right? Tua is a lefty. He likes to roll out in this direction, which means if we're able to get a free lane, he's never going to see it coming. So as this play is actually snapped, you're going to see the defensive line do a really good thing here. We're going to force this defensive line in a 4-man slide to the left. Okay, we're going to send a linebacker in through that B gap to pick up or to force that running back to pick up. And then late, right after Peyton Wilson, we're going to send Jalen Ramsey. So again, as he starts to rotate out the pocket, he has no idea Jalen Ramsey's coming, which is why he is so hesitant to throw the ball. He thinks he has time here, but he doesn't. And he doesn't understand it because he's coming off the blind side. Boom, pump fakes it. Jalen Ramsey throws him into the ground. Great job. Great job by Jalen Ramsey not falling on him. He literally just pushes him down, doesn't fall on him, doesn't risk a roughing the passer call. That's beautiful. And I'm surprised. Is Jalen Ramsey, he likes to be physical. He likes to do those, extra things at times. Right here, he holds himself accountable. But this play doesn't happen without Peyton Wilson taking off the Alec Ingold, the fullback here. Great job, great execution. Interesting play. So the Steelers come out in 11 personnel. Essentially, we got one running back in the backfield, one tight end to the top side. We got MVS, I believe Adam Thielen. I can't tell who that is. It looks like Adam Thielen. Then you got DK Metcalf. Now the defense is in half man, half zone. They're manning up with DK Metcalf as he crosses over the middle of the field. They're also going to be in zone coverage to the top side, which means when we cross over this way, nobody's going to be in a zone over here, so we got to keep that in mind. But the real game plan of this play is to fake and sell the run, having our extra wide receiver in line. Let's see if we can get these second level defenders to bite up on this run fake. So boom, we're going to fake this handoff. We're going to be blocking with Darnell, blocking with Adam Thielen. What that does is sell to A, B, C, D. All 4 of these guys bite down the run fake. The reason we get so low in the backfield is because it is very hard to see over this offensive line as a second or third level player. So that's why these guys tend to get really low before that play action is actually dealt. So as we come off this thing, we stand back up. These guys already bit up a little bit. And now we've got, again, that man coverage, or that zone coverage, I guess you could say, breaks open. Safety can't get there in time, and it's a wide open touchdown for MVS. Again, so smart. The defense held them to 3 points throughout 3/4 of this game and just did what they needed to do. Again, great job by Aaron. Once that back foot hits the ground, we hitch up in the pocket, avoid the pressure. Love it. Again, really quickly, guys, make sure you're subscribed. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we got you guys covered. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns. If you want a part 2, we can look at some all 22 coaches film for tomorrow. Again, if we get enough likes, let's say 600 likes on this video, we'll probably drop that video tomorrow. So make sure you guys do that really quickly, and let's keep going. Week 14 of the NFL season is officially here, and I am super excited because I wanted to share my picks with you for this weekend's slate of games. I've been using the Sleeper app. They are amazing. Their odds are amazing. Everything about them is super amazing. First of all, if you use my code DUBS, you're going to get a 100% match up to $100, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 to use, which is insane. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50, right? It's so easy. I would sign up just for that alone, just for the extra play bonuses, right? But this is my pick for this weekend. Okay, Joe Burrow, 1 passing touchdown versus Buffalo. I could see this being a high-scoring game. I like this. I don't think it's gonna be too difficult to get that. Jamar Chase is coming off a rough week. I think he's going to have a big day, but I only have 50 yards. I feel like that's simple. Could be just 1 catch for a guy like Jamar Chase versus Buffalo. Again, high-scoring game. JSN versus Atlanta. JSN had a terrible week last week. He's going to bounce back. We all know it. Rashee Rice, 50 yards versus Houston. Listen, Kansas City cannot lose this game. If they lose this game, season is over. Season is wraps. Out the window. They need to win this game. Rashee Rice is their best playmaker. He's going to get the ball. Bucky Irving, right? Second game back versus the Saints. I think they could run up the score versus New Orleans, and I think Bucky will score at least 1 touchdown. I have 30 to win 90. I think this is fair. I don't think it's too bad. Let me know what you guys think. And again, use promo code DUBS, right? Use promo code DUBS. You'll get a 100% match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply, and see Sleeper's terms of use for details. It's currently operational in about 25 states, so make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. Here's a little bit of kind of manipulation by Aaron Rodgers. We're going to see this as our running back, Kenny Gainwell, is going to get out into the flats early here. DK Metcalf's going to be running like this stop route over the middle of the field as they drop back in their zone coverages. We're going to be able to manipulate, right? These guys are taught when they're dropped into coverage. You see this guy kind of turns and runs with the seam early on in this play. That's perfect because he's not paying attention to the quarterback. He's not paying attention to routes on this side of the field. So again, our main guy that we're trying to manipulate is this guy right here. Now, again, when they're dropping back into a zone, their job, their responsibility is to read the eyes of the quarterback, because the majority of the time, quarterbacks will tell you where they want to go with the football by using their eyes. So you're going to see Aaron Rodgers actually look over to the flats very quickly here. He's going to try to move the defender right here. You see him look over. He scans as if he's going to throw to the running back. And then, boom, he's going to throw it right back over the middle, move that linebacker, find DK for a 22-yard pickup down the field. Again, Aaron Rodgers is still that guy. He knows how to manipulate defenses. He knows how to beat you using his eyes. And you know what? That's the true fun of the game, man. He still got it. Now, again, we can get back to the topic if they're good enough to win the Super Bowl. I don't know. I think they've got a championship-level defense and championship-level defensive personnel. Offensively, they've got things to work out. I wish they had another wide receiver in here. Adam Thielen, Valdez-Scantling, right? Cool. They had another wide receiver in here. I think they'd be a lot better. Running back room, I'm fine with. I like Kenny Gainwell. I like Jalen Warren. I like the tight end room a lot. I feel like they might be missing a piece, but they're good, man. They're good. I won't sleep on them in terms of potentially going on a run. So I thought they played this game perfectly. We're going to save a lot of that defensive film for part 2. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you guys in that next one. Peace.